I never thought my life would come crashing to a halt on a deserted road, under the gaze of a boy I once pretended not to see. The night air is heavy with heat, and the silence is loud. My car, the car that cost more than some people's houses, hisses, groans, and dies beneath me, as though mocking me for every careless decision I've ever made. I slam my palm against the steering wheel, frustration spilling over. I'm not used to things breaking down. Not me, not what I own, not what I drive. But here I am, headlights slicing into darkness, engine dead, pride wounded. The loneliness of the road presses on me, and for the first time in years, I feel small, vulnerable, like the girl I used to be before the money. Before the family name wrapped itself around me like silk chains, I step out, heels clicking on gravel, perfume clashing with the raw scent of oil and dust. My dress, red, expensive, wrong for this place, clings to me in the humid air. And then I hear it, the low rumble of an engine, a motorcycle slowing, headlight cutting through my stranded shame. He takes off his helmet, and my breath stutters. Of all people, it's him, Ethan Cole, the boy I went to school with. The boy who walked the halls like a shadow, grease under his nails, fire in his eyes, too smart for the world that constantly tried to keep him small. He wasn't invisible, not to me. I saw him. I always did. But I pretended not to. Because my world wasn't allowed to touch his, and now he's here, watching me. Standing in the same dust that clings stubbornly to his boots, eyes sharp and unreadable, car trouble. His voice is deeper now, rougher, with a lazy drawl that slides under my skin. I swallow, hating the sudden tremor in my chest. Looks that way. He doesn't move closer at first. He just studies me, head tilted, like he's replaying every moment from those school years, every time I passed him without a word. The silence between us stretches, heavy, alive, sparking with something I can't name. Finally, he sets the helmet on the seat of his bike and walks toward me. Every step is measured, confident, like the ground belongs to him. He crouches by my car, fingers brushing the hood, veins shifting under sunburnt skin. I watch the way his shirt clings to his back, how the fabric strains across his shoulders, how he looks like he belongs here, in the grit, in the struggle, in the real. "You stalled it?" he asks, glancing up at me. The light catches his eyes, grey, storm cloud grey, and my knees almost give out. No, it just stopped. I cross my arms, more shield than comfort. His mouth quirks, not quite a smile, not quite a smirk. Rich girl stranded in the middle of nowhere. You really are out of your element, huh? I should be offended, but instead heat curls low in my stomach. Can you fix it or not? I ask, sharper than I mean to. His gaze flicks to mine, holding, testing. And then, with deliberate slowness, he straightens to his full height. He's taller than I remember, broader, different, but also the same. I can fix it. His voice drops, steady, dangerous. But the real question is, do you want me to? Something shivers inside me. Because it's not just about the car. He knows it. I know it. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. He takes a step closer. Close enough that I can smell the mix of gasoline, leather, and soap on him. Close enough that the air between us feels tight. His hand lifts just slightly, as if he's about to brush a strand of hair from my face. But he stops. Lets it fall. I'll take a look, he says finally, crouching again, breaking the tension with a movement that feels almost merciful. The hood creaks open. He leans in, sleeves shoved up, muscles shifting with every movement. I stand there useless, pretending not to notice the way his jaw flexes, the way his breath fogs in the glow of the headlights. Minutes drag like hours. The silence is thick, punctuated only by the faint clink of metal and his low hum of concentration. And then, without looking up, he says, "You never talked to me." Back then, the words slice me open. My throat tightens, but I force out, "You never talked to me either." That earns me a glance, quick, sharp, piercing. Difference is, I didn't have anything to lose. My heart stumbles. And suddenly the night is alive again. Crickets, the whisper of wind, the ache of truth between us. The engine coughs to life under his hands, startling me. He slams the hood down, wipes his palms on his jeans and steps back, eyes never leaving mine. "Car's fine now," he says. But his tone carries more weight than the words themselves. I should thank him. I should get in my car, drive away, forget this ever happened. Instead, I stand frozen, caught in the gravity of his gaze. And for the first time in years, I wonder if fate just handed me back a piece of my past, demanding I finally deal with it. The engine hums, steady now, but my pulse is anything but. I grip the edge of the door, pretending to adjust my dress, pretending I'm not trembling. Ethan leans against his bike, arms folded, eyes fixed on me like I'm a puzzle he's not sure he wants to solve. The silence stretches between us, thick with everything we've never said. "You should go," I manage, my voice lower than I expect, nearly swallowed by the night. He tilts his head, and the corner of his mouth curves into something that's not quite a smile. Should I? The way he asks it, it isn't about my car, it isn't about the road, it's about us, about the invisible line that existed years ago and how dangerously close we are to crossing it now. I shake my head, trying to gather air. It's late. I'll be fine. Fine. He pushes off the bike with effortless grace, steps closer, the gravel crunching under his boots. He stops just a breath away, enough that I can feel the warmth radiating off him. His eyes flicker over me, lingering for half a second too long on my lips before returning to my gaze. "But let's not lie, Princess. You've never been fine." "Not really," my stomach flips. "Don't call me that." He smirks, but it's tinged with something darker. "Still hate it, huh?" "Still use it like you know me," I whisper. His jaw tightens, his voice dropping. "I do know you. Maybe better than anyone ever let themselves. I can't breathe." His words scrape against old wounds, against the girl I used to be, the one who wanted to escape glass walls and gilded cages, and the boy who always seemed free, even when he had nothing. I step back, desperate for space. But he follows, slow, relentless, like the tide erasing footprints in sand. "Ethan." His name slips from my lips before I can stop it. He stops. The sound of his name in my mouth seems to do something to him. His breath catches, and for a second the hardness in his expression cracks. Vulnerability flashes quick but real, then it's gone. "Tell me something," he says, voice sharp again. "Did you ever look at me back then? Really look? Or was I just some kid with oil on his hands you had to ignore so your friends wouldn't laugh?" The accusation burns. I swallow hard, forcing myself to meet his stare. "I saw you." Silence. The words hang between us, raw and dangerous. He studies me, searching, testing. Then he lets out a laugh, low, bitter, disbelieving. "You saw me? Funny, I don't remember that." "I did," I insist, heat rising in my chest. "I just couldn't." The words tangle. Because how do I explain the chains of expectation? The rules whispered into my ear, the weight of a family name that wasn't mine, but owned me anyway. He steps closer again, until the edge of my car presses against the back of my thighs. His hand lifts, hovers, then lands on the metal beside me, trapping me in. Not touching me. Not quite. But close enough that I can feel the heat radiating from his skin. Couldn't what? His voice is a growl now, husky, dangerous. My pulse pounds. "Couldn't be seen with you." There, the truth, ugly, brutal. His eyes flash. For a moment I expect him to pull away, to laugh, to spit the truth back in my face. But instead, he leans in, so close I can feel the brush of his breath against my cheek. "Then why are you letting me stand this close now?" My lips part, but no words come. The world shrinks to this moment, to his nearness, to the storm in his eyes. The sound dies. His gaze drops to my mouth, lingers there, then flicks back up. The air between us is electric, a taut wire straining under too much weight. For a heartbeat, I think he's going to kiss me. My chest tightens, my body leaning forward despite the warning screaming in my mind. But then he pulls back. Just enough. Just enough to leave me gasping, desperate, aching. He smirks again, softer this time, but there's fire behind it. That's what I thought. He turns, heading back toward his bike. My body screams at me to call him back, to close the distance, to break the years of silence. But my pride roots me in place. Wait, I say finally, my voice breaking like glass. He stops, doesn't turn, just waits. I swallow, my heart hammering. Thank you for fixing it. He laughs under his breath, shakes his head. Still polite. Still safe. And then he swings a leg over the bike, engine roaring to life beneath him. The sound fills the night, fills the hollow space he leaves behind when he speeds off into darkness. I stand there long after the red glow of his taillight vanishes. The hum of my car still steady, but my chest trembling with a storm I can't contain, and I know this isn't over, not even close. I can't sleep. The night after he left me on that deserted road, I lie in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every second, the heat of his breath, the weight of his gaze, the way my heart betrayed me by leaning closer when I should have run. It's maddening. I hate him for leaving. I hate myself for wanting him to stay. And beneath all that hate is a truth I can't ignore. I've never wanted anyone the way I wanted him in that moment. By morning, I convinced myself it was a one-time encounter, a cruel twist of fate. He fixed my car, and now our worlds will spin apart again, like they were always meant to. But fate, apparently, isn't done with me. It's a week later when I see him again. The universe plays its joke at a gas station just outside the city. I'm filling my tank, sunglasses on, dressed sharp, every inch the billionaire's daughter I was raised to be. And then, across the lot, I see him, bent over the open hood of an old pickup, grease staining his hands, sun catching in his hair. My pulse quickens. I should get in my car and leave, drive away before he notices. But he notices. Our eyes meet across the distance, and time slows. His mouth curves, subtle, dangerous, like he's been expecting me. Before I can think, I'm walking toward him. My heels click on pavement, my heart banging against my ribs. You again, I say, trying for cool indifference. It comes out breathless. He wipes his hands on a rag, smirk deepening. Careful, princess. People will start to think you're looking for me. I'm not. Sure you're not. He leans against the truck, arms folded, watching me like he's peeling away every layer I've built to protect myself. So what are you doing here? I glance at his truck, then back at him. Maybe I wanted to see if you're always this smug when you fix things. His eyes glint. Depends. Some things don't want to be fixed. The words land heavy between us. For a moment, neither of us speaks. The world narrows to the way his thumb rubs absent circles against the rag, the way his body leans casual, but his gaze is sharp, pinning me in place, and then without planning it, without even thinking, I say, I used to watch you. The confession tumbles out of me, fragile and trembling. His brows lift, surprise flashing across his face. Back in school, I continue, voice shaking. I noticed you. All the time. The way you worked on those old engines behind the auto shop. The way you'd sit in the corner of the cafeteria like you didn't need anyone. Like you didn't care. His jaw tightens. He doesn't interrupt, just watches. I swallow hard. I wanted to talk to you, but I was scared of what people would say, of what it would mean. Silence. His chest rises and falls slowly, as though he's holding something in. Then finally, he steps closer. Just one step. Enough to erase half the space between us. You wanted to talk to me, he repeats, voice low, unreadable. Yes. His gaze drops to my mouth, then back to my eyes. And now? My pulse stumbles. The world tilts. Now. I don't care what anyone thinks. That breaks something in him. His hand lifts, not tentative this time, but sure, deliberate. Fingers brush against my jaw, rough with calluses, sending sparks shooting down my spine. I don't breathe. I don't move. I just let him touch me, let the years of silence collapse into this single, trembling moment. Say it again, he murmurs. What? My voice is barely a whisper, that you don't care. My throat tightens, but I force the words out. I don't care. His thumb grazes my cheek, slow, devastating. He leans closer, his breath mingling with mine. The world blurs at the edges, everything fading except him. And then his lips brush mine. It's not a kiss, not fully. Just a ghost of one. A question. A promise. The briefest contact, but it rips the air from my lungs, leaves me dizzy, trembling, undone. I lean forward instinctively, aching for more, but he pulls back just enough to torture me. His eyes blaze into mine, stormy and raw. "You don't know what you're asking for," he whispers. "Then show me." The words escape before I can stop them, bold, reckless, honest. His breath hitches, and for a heartbeat I think he'll give in. But then he lets go, stepping back, leaving me cold, aching, hungry. "We shouldn't do this," he says, voice rough like the words cost him everything. "Why not?" My chest tightens, because once I start, I won't stop. And with that he turns, rag tossed carelessly into the truck bed, leaving me shaking in the sunlight, lips tingling, heart shattered open. I don't see him for days after that, but he doesn't leave my head. The ghost of his touch clings to my skin, the almost kiss burning like a brand. Every time I close my eyes, I feel the warmth of his breath, hear the rasp of his voice. Once I start, I won't stop. It's a warning, a promise. And I want both. The pull becomes unbearable. I find myself driving roads I never take, hoping to see his bike slicing through the night, hoping fate will throw us together again. It doesn't. Fate is silent. So I make my own. I hear from someone in town that Ethan works late at the small repair shop by the river. That night I drive there, the city lights shrinking behind me, my chest a battlefield of nerves and hunger. The shop is lit dimly, only one lamp burning, spilling golden light across concrete. His bike leans against the wall. Through the open bay door I see him, shirt clinging to his back, hands deep in an engine, sweat glistening at the curve of his neck. My heels click against the floor as I step inside. He doesn't look up right away. He knows it's me. Somehow I can tell. "You shouldn't be here," he says, voice low, steady, but his hands falter for the first time. "Then tell me to leave." He finally turns. His grey eyes find mine, and the air thickens, heavy with everything we've been holding back. "Princess." His voice breaks on the word, rough and almost pleading. "I'm not her anymore," I whisper. My throat tightens, but I force the truth out. "Not the girl who pretended. Not the one who walked past you like you didn't exist. I can't be her again. I don't want to." Something in his expression shatters. He drops the wrench, metal clanging loud against the silence, and crosses the distance in 2 long strides. His hand grips my wrist, pulling me closer, until my body collides with his. The heat of him engulfs me, his chest rising fast against mine. "You have no idea what you're doing to me," he growls. "Then show me," I fire back, trembling but sure. "Stop running." For a heartbeat he hesitates. Then he gives in. His mouth crashes onto mine, hard, desperate, devastating. The world explodes. Fire, lightning, breath stolen from my lungs. I melt into him, clutching his shirt, tasting the salt of his skin, the hunger he's held back for years. It isn't gentle. It's raw. A breaking dam. Every second is confession, apology, rage, desire. His hands grip my waist, sliding up my spine, pulling me tighter until I can't tell where I end, and he begins. I gasp into his mouth, the sound swallowed by him, and he softens for just a breath, his lips slowing, savoring, as if he wants to memorize me. When he pulls back, our foreheads rest together, breaths ragged. His voice is low, rough. "I swore I'd never touch you. Not because I didn't want to, but because I wanted too much." Tears sting my eyes. "Then take it. Take me." He lets out a strangled sound, half laugh, half groan. His hands cup my face, thumbs brushing the wetness on my cheeks. "Do you have any idea what you're asking? If I love you, it won't be the kind of love you're used to. It'll be messy, consuming, it'll ruin us both." I hold his gaze steady, trembling but unafraid. Maybe I need to be ruined. The words hang there, a dare, a plea. He kisses me again, slower this time, deeper, like a man surrendering to something he can't fight anymore. My knees weaken, and he holds me up, every touch fierce but careful, as if I'm breakable and indestructible all at once. When he finally tears his mouth from mine, his voice is ragged. "If I let myself love you, there's no going back." "Then don't go back," I whisper, chest heaving. "Go forward, with me." For a long moment he just stares, eyes stormy, torn between fear and desire. Then he presses his lips to my forehead, lingering there, his whole body trembling. "I don't deserve you," he murmurs. "Maybe I don't deserve you either," I breathe. "But I want you." And in that fragile, broken admission, something shifts. The walls we built, class, pride, fear, crack and collapse. What's left is raw, honest, terrifying, and it's only just beginning. The next few days are a blur of fire and longing. Ethan doesn't leave my side. Not in the city, not at the shop, not when the night wraps us in its quiet, seductive arms. Every look, every touch, every whispered word carries weight. We're raw, reckless, alive, and terrified of what comes next. It's late when he finds me on the balcony of my penthouse, staring at the city lights like they might give me answers. My dress clings to me, silk brushing against bare skin, and the cold night air does nothing to cool the heat thrumming through me. He steps onto the balcony silently, close enough that I feel his warmth before I hear his voice. "You shouldn't be up here alone." "I'm not afraid," I murmur, but my voice wavers. "You should be." His grey eyes lock on mine, stormy and intense, and suddenly the night feels smaller, like it's shrinking around us, leaving only the two of us suspended in a universe of tension and desire. I turn to face him fully, heart hammering, pulse in my throat. "Then don't leave me." His breath catches. His lips tilt, almost a smile, almost a warning. Then he closes the distance, and the world disappears. When his mouth finds mine, it's everything, the longing, the years of silent glances, the fire that's been building since we were teenagers. It's slow, it's desperate, it's consuming. I wrap my arms around his neck, my body pressing against his, and he responds in kind, gripping me like he'll never let go. Every kiss, every touch, every sigh we share peels away the last remnants of fear and hesitation. I can feel him, all of him, the boy I admired, the man I've wanted, the soul I've been chasing without realizing it. He pulls back just enough to gaze into my eyes. "Say it," he demands, voice hoarse, trembling. "What?" "That you love me." "Say it before I do something reckless." My chest tightens. The words are heavy, dangerous, but the truth has been waiting for me, burning inside like wildfire. "I love you," I whisper, and my voice breaks under the weight of it. "I've loved you for years." For a long moment he doesn't move, and then he closes the distance, capturing my mouth with his, in a kiss that steals everything I have left to give. "Finally," he growls, pulling me flush against him. "Finally, I have you." It's like the world explodes and collapses at once. Everything we've fought, everything we've hidden, everything we've wanted, all of it crashes together in this moment. He carries me inside, into the warmth of my apartment, into the shadows of my bedroom. Clothes fall away, hands explore, lips trace, every touch a confession, every caress a promise. But it's not just physical, it's emotional. It's trust and surrender, dominance and vulnerability, passion and tenderness all tangled into one impossible, beautiful thing. And when we finally collapse together, spent and trembling, I realize that nothing in my life has ever felt so right, so full, so terrifyingly perfect. Later, lying entwined, I trace the lines of his face, memorizing every scar, every freckle, every shadow. "What happens now?" I ask softly, voice still raw from the intensity of it all. He smiles, brushing a strand of hair from my face. "Now we figure it out, together, and the world." I whisper, "The world can wait," he murmurs, pressing his forehead to mine. "You and me, we're enough." I close my eyes, heart still racing, chest pressed against his. And for the first time in years, I feel free. Not because I'm rich, not because I have a name that carries weight, but because I've chosen him, because we've chosen each other. Days later, as we drive down the same roads where fate first threw us together, I glance at him, the wind tugging at his hair, sunlight catching the storm in his eyes. And I realize this: love, real love, isn't perfect. It's messy, it's frightening, it's consuming, but it's worth it. He glances at me, grins, and whispers, "See, some things really do need fixing." I laugh, breathless, heart full, leaning into him. "Yeah, some things." And in that moment, under the sun, on the open road, with the world behind us, I know we've finally found our place. Not in wealth, not in status, not in expectation, but in each other. Because some loves are worth breaking every rule, crossing every line and chasing, even when it seems impossible. And this one is ours.